making sure children are healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeeding in school and in life. This is Our Children, a program brought to you by the Children's Trust.
Good morning. I'm Jim Hodge, President and CEO of the Children's Trust.
And I'm Ileana Varela with the Herbert Wertheim College of Medicine at FIU. And together we welcome you to Our Children.
The academic school year is winding down, which means both parents and children are counting down the days, but for very different reasons, right, Ileana?
Yeah, you're not kidding. Jim and I both have children, but very different ages. Your kids obviously looking for summer camp. My kids are looking more like summer jobs. We're going to introduce you to the new Children's Trust Summer Camp mobile app in a little bit. But first, why don't we talk to them about the new Summer Youth Employment Initiative. The Children's Trust is involved with some stakeholders as well.
Absolutely. Let's get started. Joining us now are the Superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Alberto Carvalho, Deputy Mayor of Miami-Dade County, Russell Benford, and Donovan Leeson, Neighborhood and Community Services Officer at the Children's Trust. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
The summer internship program has been a year in the making. Russell, please tell us how we all came together and what are we doing to support this very worthwhile initiative.
Thank you, Jim. About a year ago, Mayor Jimenez launched a summer employment program here at Miami-Dade County that was successful. The Board of County Commissioners, led by Commissioner Xavier Suarez, encouraged us to think bigger and to collaborate. The commissioner asked that we reach out to the Children's Trust and to Miami-Dade County Public Schools to see if we can collaborate to develop a program that was larger, more comprehensive, and included opportunities for more of our young people. And so that's how this partnership and this program was born.
So I think we can all agree that throughout history, teenagers get to a certain age, Superintendent, where they want to start making a little money, particularly during the summer. But I think nowadays you would agree that this kind of has taken on a new urgency.
I think you're right, and I think the urgency is clear to all of us. I think kids who are not engaged in positive activities, whether it's after school, during weekend, or during the summer, face the possibility of a harsh reality on the streets of Miami. We cannot ignore the fact that over the past 12 months, over 60 kids were shot in Miami-Dade. Over 30 were killed. So I think this program goes a long way, not only in putting money in kids' pockets, not only in teaching them responsibility, respect, restraint, the real world of work, inspiring them through connections to leaders in our community, in the workplace, but also provides a positive way of really getting them engaged in ways that perhaps were not available to them before. And the deployment of these services is very strategic. This is 1,350 slots for kids who face certainly some challenges. Kids who live in poverty, students with disabilities, young people who have English language limitation. You put all those factors together and you describe a child who is at risk. So how do you elevate kids from an at-risk position to a position of opportunity, create summer youth employment programs, open opportunities for them at the parks, at the cities, at the counties, libraries. Everything we can do to keep kids engaged, we should. So that's why we eagerly support this venture. We eagerly support this opportunity, and we thank the leaders that came together and decided to carve out common ground to do something that's big, bold, and great for Miami's kids.
Absolutely.
Donovan, we've supported at the Children's Trust many youth programs in summer employment. Please tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, I'm glad you asked. The Children's Trust, through its Youth Enrichment Initiative, we currently invest nearly $3 million in youth employment programs that support the academic development as well as anchored by life skills support employment programs for at-risk youth across the county. And I also want to say that we wholeheartedly believe in both the value, the impact, and the opportunities those programs offer, as well as this groundbreaking collaborative with the county, the public school system, and the trust. We are eagerly anticipating the summer for good reasons.
Right. Mr. Superintendent, the teenagers and getting them off the streets and giving employment opportunities, I know you agree with it. I know you've been supportive. Please tell us about that and youth violence. I know you spoke about it briefly. If you could expand on that.
Well, I think, Jim, we need to recognize that the challenges that kids face, whether they are in elementary, middle, or senior high school, whether they are academic challenges, whether they've had contact with juvenile services. All of those challenges are always preceded by opportunity gaps in our community. And the opportunity gaps are defined in terms of poverty, in terms of broken families in broken zip codes, in terms of underemployment or unemployment that really are so prevalent about 20 zip codes in our community. By the way, those are the 20 zip codes that account for the great majority of crimes, particularly perpetrated on or by young people. So what is the solution? The solution is to eliminate those opportunity gaps by creating hope and opportunity for those same kids, beginning with them. And I think that's what this initiative is going to do. We have identified who the kids are. We know where they live. Now it's a matter of creating the connection between the private sector employer and the different agencies, including certainly the trust and particularly the school system, since we are going to be the financial agent, the fiscal agent through the foundation for this initiative. And I certainly hope that this does not turn out to be a flash in the pan, a one-time experiment that then doesn't get to be repeated. Why? We don't need to research it. This is a proven best practice. Keep kids engaged in positive behavior, teach them respect, responsibility in the place of work, empower them through gainful employment where they actually earn money and they recognize the importance of financial literacy, and then attach credit, both high school credit as well as college credit, so that the intrinsic value is not overshadowed by the extrinsic paycheck. And I think if we do that, we're going to be teaching young men and women how to become adults, how to become viable members of a civic society through the power of work.
So you've obviously identified the target group. How then do you select these young men and women from that target group?
It's a good question. Obviously I think we ought to teach kids that they have to earn a spot, right? So everything is going to be done online. Students are going to be encouraged through their teachers to compose their own resumes. Again, you're teaching responsibility and workplace skills. They will have resumes. They will be posted on an online website. The private sector, the companies, the internship providers also submit their applications online. There is a selection process, and then the connection between the potential employer and the student happens online. It can happen in the place of work, so at the companies where the internships are actually located, or May 18th at the old Doubletree Mart, we're going to have a NAF student conference where students throughout the community can actually go and have on-site, face-to-face interviews. And if the students meet the criteria, and don't worry if you're a student or a parent asking, how do I know if I meet the criteria? Counselors and teachers have identified the students. They will reach out to these students and advise them of the opportunity, help them compose their resumes. Resumes will be submitted online. Private sector entities have an opportunity to become participants in the program. By the way, there's still a chance if you want to be a participant, if you are a private sector entity at no cost to you that wants to participate in this community empowerment initiative, now is the time.
Yep. And Russell, that goes to my next question. Is there still opportunities for business to get involved, and are we looking at a specific type of business?
Well, absolutely, Jim. I mean, that's the key point, right? So Miami-Dade County and the Children's Trust have come together to fund this. Miami-Dade County Public Schools is dealing with the children, getting them prepared to work, but the key component is opportunity, right? We always talk about the opportunity gaps that we have here in Miami-Dade County, and that's why we're asking all of our private sector businesses, our partners, to come out and provide opportunities for these young folks to do something positive this summer. As the superintendent mentioned, there is an online portal, miami.getmyinterns.org, where employers can sign up online and basically make themselves available for young people to work this summer. So it doesn't matter how large you are. Miami-Dade County is going to enroll online. We're going to take interns this summer. It doesn't matter how small you are. You don't have to be a mega company or a very large employer. You can be a very small firm to a large firm. Everybody has room to help our children. And as long as we all come together as a community with the focus on providing better opportunities for our young people, we'll start to see some improvements in the area of youth safety. So we're asking every single employer in Miami-Dade County, this is free. Employees this summer. So please take advantage of the program, enroll online, and give our young folks an opportunity this summer to do something positive.
Donovan, is there a website, a different website where the kids can start signing up and when can they start signing up?
Right. So the beauty of it is the same website,
Same website.
miami.getmyinterns.org. And there are sign-up buttons just above all of our logos on the home page, where if you are looking for a great summer internship experience, if you're a Miami-Dade County Public School student, or if you are an employer looking to help us seed and support the emerging workforce, it's the same website, miami.getmyinterns.org.
It's open already?
It
and
is open
they can
already,
start?
and we're excited to have your participation.
By the way, Elena, very quickly, in addition to the Summer Youth Employment Program, which is a blessing for our community, this is good government led by good people doing the right thing. Let's not forget we have summer school services. We hope to serve 10,000 kids over the summer. And then the municipalities, they have park services, library programs. Let's keep our kids engaged.
Absolutely.
And that's how we solve these issues.
Got to go, running out of time, but thanks for joining us. Sounds like a great program, great opportunity for so many teenagers this summer, and a great partnership between the school system, the county, and of course the Children's Trust. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about summer camp options and how to find them. Don't go away.
There was always something going on, and as a kid, that's what I loved about it. Abriendo Puertas was more than just an after-school program. They took what I learned in school and made it mean something. Sure, we did homework and other educational stuff, but they always made learning fun. Now I'm working towards a degree in biomedical engineering, and I still think learning is fun.
To find out more about our programs and how you can get your children involved, log on to thechildrenstrust.org or call 211. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children.
Making sure she's happy and included is all I want. The program that Debbie was a part of at ARC, it really opened up her world. The ARC offered opportunities that she would have never had without them. Now she's healthy, happy, 9 years old, and I'm a very happy mommy, right, Debbie?
To find out more about our programs and how you can get your children involved, log on to thechildrenstrust.org or call 211, because all children are our children.
Welcome back. My wife and I are busy trying to select the right summer camp for our 3 children, and I'm sure many of you are doing the same. Joining us now are guests representing 2 agencies offering very different summer camps, both of which are funded by the Children's Trust. Harry Hogan is co-founder and president of Shake a Leg in Coconut Grove by Biscayne Bay, and Myra Sanabria, program manager for disability services at Hope for Miami.
Thank you both for being with us this morning. Both of you obviously doing great work. Shake a Leg, for example, been around for a long, long time, Harry. But for those folks who may not be that familiar with it, could you give us a little background on your story and tell us exactly what it is that Shake a Leg does?
Okay. Well, Shake a Leg was really born on the water. I had a spinal cord injury, and I was told you'll never walk again, and now you're on your own, and kind of came up with an idea of bringing people together with disabilities so that we can help each other. And in doing so, a boat builder said, let me help you build a boat, and before you know it, we were out there sailing. And this was up in Newport, Rhode Island, and people from Miami were coming up there, and then Dr. Barth Green said, you must move down here to Miami, this is the place to be. And so we teamed up with the city of Miami and converted the old Coast Guard seaplane base into a community boating center for people with disabilities. And in doing so, bringing able-bodied people in and family members, it became a fully integrated facility. And our mission now is to use the marine environment to help improve the health, education, and independence of people with disabilities. And as we were trying to reach out and serve, we teamed up with the Miami-Dade County Public School systems, because that was the best way, or it is the best way, to reach the kids that need it most. And so that what we have done, and we were fortunate to team up with the Children's Trust, who really has been instrumental in helping us develop procedures and systems to improve the quality of the programs. And so now we have programs that run year-round. Anyone want to come down and check it out, they can come down on a Saturday and experience it. And then the Children's Trust funded program in the summer is our biggest program.
But what kind of things do you do within the program?
We have sailing, paddling, go for boat rides, kids go fishing. We have environmental education programs. Together with the City of Miami, we converted an old spoil island into a nature center. And so kids will go out there and catch fish and do seagrass walks and do art and music. So it's really a place on the water, a water world where kids are exploring about possibilities and learning about themselves.
Sounds wonderful.
Myra, tell us a little bit about Hope for Miami and the origins and what your summer camp looks like.
Well, we started Hope for Miami, funded by the Children's Trust about 12 years ago, looking for grassroots organizations in the neighborhood to serve kids, and my church was part of those organizations. And as soon as I started being the parent of a deaf student, I was wondering how could I include kids with disability in the program. I'm also a teacher with a county public school for the deaf and hard of hearing. So we started with 10 deaf students that year, and that first summer in 2004. And we grew up to have 5 different programs right now. And we moved from just deaf to all kind of disability. We have programs in Kendall and Hialeah in the North area. We have about 5 inclusion programs and about 4 programs just for kids with disability, with which they is in inverse inclusion. We bring brothers and sisters who have no disabilities or peer mentors.
Jim, these are 2 wonderful examples of camps that the Children's Trust funds, but we fund so many others that we're involved in. One of the issues for parents is always, what camp? How do I find out about it? So my question to you is, how do parents decide on which camps to select?
Well, great question and a great time, because this time of year, parents are searching for camps for the summer for their children. And I think there's a lot of things to take into account. There are so many camps offering so many different activities. You have sports, you have the arts, you have STEM, you have students with disabilities programs for those as well. So I think it's time to start researching, and camps do fill rather quickly. I think the most important thing is that the kids have fun, that we put them in an environment so they're active and that they do have fun. But this is definitely the time of the year to do so. I know I'm getting called. I know I'm personally looking for camps for my children. So I do think one is that the kids need to have fun, but they have to be active and engaged.
But what do you look for specifically? Because obviously, there are so many camps, so many camps out there. But there's specifically things that you need to look out for, because you need a quality camp and you need your child to be safe.
Right. I think what to look for is parents know their children best, whether they're involved in an activity. During the year, they have the academic program is somewhat rigorous. This is time for kids to explore different options and different activities, maybe different from what they've been exposed to throughout the year. So I think it's time to go and look into the arts and look into the sports and look into the general interest activities, which aren't necessarily pigeonholed, but offer a variety of field trips to well-round a child's summer.
So tell me about this summer camp app that you have.
Yeah, that's something we're very proud of. It's our first rollout last week of the summer camp app. It could be downloaded to an iPhone or an Android device, and it's pretty easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's pretty interactive, and I urge everybody to download this app. You can search by zip code, you can search by program, you can search if it serves students with disabilities. It's very interactive and very user-friendly. So I encourage everyone to download the app today, and I think we'll show you how throughout the show. And use it. It's user-friendly now, and what we're going to do is put the after-school care programs after the end of the summer, so this app can be utilized during the year as well.
Because it's really important. You said something that everyone knows their child best, so you have to find the right fit, and we're going to help you as much as we can with all these great options. The summer's looking good already. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Besides downloading this new Children's Trust mobile app, to find programs like Shake a Leg, Hope for Miami, and many others, you can also visit the childrenstrust.org, or you can call the 211 helpline. Right now, though, do not touch that remote, because we're not done yet. Next, we're going to introduce you to a very special program that has kids recycling ordinary materials into works of art.
Dancing gave us the confidence to chase our dreams. The Roxy Theater is a really special place. They taught us to dance, but there was so much more. My sister Gabby followed her dance dreams to win on So You Think You Can Dance. And even though I still love to dance, I'm following my dream and studying for a career in medicine.
To find out more about our programs and how you can get your children involved, log on to thechildrenstrust.org or call 211. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children.
My boys absolutely love it here.
Is the best.
Choosing the right summer camp is important for every parent.
He socializes with all the kids. I love everything about it.
That's why these parents rely on the new Children's Trust app to find the perfect summer camp for your child. Download the new Children's Trust app from the App Store. It's free, and you can find all the information you need right in the palm of your hand. You can also log on to thechildrenstrust.org or simply call 211. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children.
Welcome back. Joining us are Linda Leach, President and CEO of the Education Fund, and teacher Michael Flom from Jack D. Gordon Elementary School. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Linda, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about the mission of your program and why teachers like Michael Flom love it so much.
So the Education Fund is about innovation, investment, and information in our public schools. It's all about improving our public schools so more children have an opportunity to learn. And we have a number of programs, everything from Food Forest to help children get healthier eating habits, best practices for teachers, programs for high schools to get more children into college. But the program that Michael's involved with is called the Ocean Bank Center. And it's a 10,000 square foot warehouse where companies donate their excess inventory and teachers come and get whatever they want for free. And so we have the Ocean Bank is the main sponsor, and it's run by the Education Fund. So teachers, any teacher can come, kindergarten through 12th grade, any subject. But we have special days just for art teachers, because art teachers really need materials.
So what kind of materials are we talking about?
You know, it's everything you could imagine. I mean, it's regular things like pencils and pieces of paper and you know, cardboard, but then there's fun things like fabric scraps and you know, sort of gizmos that you can't even figure out what they are. And you know, there's curtain rods and you know, the caps of bottles where they made too many caps but not enough bottles, and you just never know what you're going to find there. It's like a giant thrift store, except you don't have to pay for it, but you have to be a teacher to access it. And so the teachers come. It's really a cycle. So all year long, it's open to Miami-Dade County Public School teachers. And then in the winter, we just had a huge art exhibit. So teachers come and get materials in the fall, and they do what's called the Art of Found Objects with their students. And those pieces go to an amazing art show. It's up for a month in the lobby of Ocean Bank, and Children's Trust sponsors it. And we just had a wonderful reception with about 200 children and all of their parents and grandparents, and they got to see their pieces and they got prizes. And then those pieces will go to the auction. We have an auction on May 18th, and it's a great event. And you know, we're hoping more people will come.
So Michael, you're a regular customer, huh? And and your students have gotten what kind of stuff over there?
Oh my, well, being an art teacher, we also get to get even more advantage than the regular classroom teacher because they have sections that are only open to art teachers. And Linda mentioned Joanne Fabrics donated a lot of fabrics and other art materials. Also, they had a huge donation last year from Pearls. And this one huge section has everything from paints to canvases, large papers, almost anything you could think of that our children could turn art into, and they do.
Ceramic shoes, even.
One year they had an artist donated ceramic shoes, and they had an art thing where every art teacher, part of our agreement was that we would take one or two of those shoes, turn them into an art piece, and they had a special exhibit, part of the exhibit just on that. It was really exciting. And this year we got fabrics, yarn, frames, round frames that my students turned into weavings, then turned it into this elaborate, large sculpture that really did very well this year, and I'm very proud of my students at my school.
Nice. Linda, you touched upon it briefly about the auction. The Children's Trust supports the auction. Can you please tell us a little bit about the upcoming auction?
Sure. So the auction is on May 18th. It's a wonderful event. we usually have about 600 people there, everyone from the executives in town to art collectors, and you go around and you bid on the children and teachers' artwork, and it's all silent bidding. There's usually about 200 different pieces, and Michael Flom's students did a wonderful piece that is a sculpture of believe it or not, a mermaid. You think, oh, mermaid, I'm not going to want that on the wall. Everyone that saw it wanted it. It's an amazing piece. It won first prize in our exhibition.
Nice.
And then there's also, they can bid on hotel stays and restaurants, and the money from the art goes back to fund the art programs at each of the schools that donated the art, and then the proceeds from the luxury items go back to support the Ocean Bank Center, because Ocean Bank is our main sponsor, but not our only sponsor.
So do you have the mermaid piece? Any other piece that your students have contributed?
Oh yeah, we have several pieces in there. There's a mermaid piece. There's a piece called Zen, which is a very large relief sculpture with buttons and shiny things, all kinds of stuff we got from the warehouse on that. And furniture. We have a beautiful sort of desk that's covered in tile. All the tile came from Ocean Bank's warehouse as well. And yeah, we have like 8 pieces in the show this year.
So that for the education fund, it's really important because what we're trying to do is get more supplies into the schools, and Ocean Bank sponsors a major portion of the center, but the other portion has to come through this event.
Right.
So
how can people buy tickets to this, because that's important?
Right, absolutely. So they go online to our website, www.educationfund.org. So www.educationfund.org, and they just click on the button on the home page, and they can go in and they can buy 1 ticket, they can buy a sponsorship package, they can join the Children's Trust in being a sponsor. They have all sorts of options.
So do you think something you might be interested in?
It is. It's on my calendar. And I'm glad you gave the information, because I think the viewers will be showing up in droves. Yeah.
Well, and there's Bacardi refreshments and all sorts of foods
she's
too.
She's just saying the magic words.
Yeah.
That Zen piece sounds good to me, because anything that may release my stress, I may be interested in. But if you go, don't bid on something that I'm bidding. I just don't want to get into a war with you on that. All right. So maybe we'll see you all. We'll see you all there. All right. We're running out of time, but it sounds like a great program, and hopefully we'll see some of you there. Thank you so much, and good luck on the auction, both of you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for now. I'm Ileana Varela on behalf of Jim Hodge and everyone at the Children's Trust. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your summer.
Our Children is brought to you by the Children's Trust. The Children's Trust invests in programs and services that help make children healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeed in school and in life. To access its funded programs and services in Miami-Dade County, visit thechildrenstrust.org or call the Children's Trust helpline at 211, because all children are our children.